My hobby is hosting house concerts. Since 2010, I've hosted 75 with over 150 poets and musicians. I started with a 3-day concert in my living room, and the joy, the intensity, the intimacy, and the respect for music was so addictive that I just kept going. This is so cool. I'd like to share with you today why house concerts are the new normal for independent touring musicians and what you can do to support touring musicians by hosting a house concert of your own. Now, what is a house concert? That's really easy. You just need a room, some paying guests, and a musician. Voila, a house concert. House concerts have 3 gifts, 4 benefits, and I will also ask you 5 questions to think about if you would like to host a house concert of your own. But first, I'd like to share with you the 2 revelations that brought me to my unusual hobby. The first time I heard of house concerts was 2010 in Australia. There was a lovely musician who had booked 2 concerts across the country in Perth, 3,000 kilometres away from her home. She couldn't afford to fly home between the shows because they were a week apart, but she also couldn't afford to stay unless she had work. So she contacted a bunch of people and said, "Can you help me? Can you find anything?" They said, "Sorry, it's a little too late, but look, come around, put on a barbecue, you play a few songs in the backyard, we'll invite the neighbours." So in accepting these 2 gifts of generosity, she loved the experience, and she found that they were more rewarding than conventional shows, both creatively and financially. My own personal experience with the importance of generosity and music came in a tapas bar in Spain. There are 3 guitars up on the wall. The first one is for anybody to play. The second one is if the owner of the bar thinks that you have some talent. The third one is basically only for Paco Lucia, yeah? Like virtuosos only. So as I came in, the guitar was going around the room. I heard flamenco versions of metal songs. I heard Fleetwood Mac, of course, and Spanish pop songs. And when the guitar finally got to my table, I had a deeply Australian moment of personal embarrassment, and I froze. I mumbled something about, "Oh, I only know how to play my own songs on guitar, and you probably don't want to hear those anyway." My host leaned over to me. He said, "I thought you said you were a musician." I said, "I am a musician." He's like, "Then it is your job to share your gift with all of us." Oh, I get it now. It's not about me. It's about us, and it's about the space that we create between us. So with that knowledge in mind, when I came to Berlin and gathered together all the musicians and poets that had welcomed me, I learned that there were 3 gifts to every house concert. The first is generosity. The generosity of a host to open up their house to friends and sometimes complete strangers. The generosity of the audience to lend their time, their attention, and their money. And the generosity of the musicians to share their stories with us. The second gift is being present. And I like to think of Sofa Salon as a listening meditation where we unplug, sit comfortably, and give our whole attention to the stories. The third gift is, of course, trust. And trust is the foundation of every house concert. Without it, it won't happen. Everyone in that space agrees together in an unspoken way to create a safe, comfortable, and enjoyable environment in which to listen to music. There are 4 benefits to house concerts, and the first is that it supports musicians. The music industry is in a really strange place at the moment. There is more freely available technology to record music and distribute it than ever before, but real-world income for musicians has plummeted, whether they're emerging or established. The Australian musician Ben Salter estimates that 1/3 of his income now comes exclusively from playing house shows. He loves the transparency of the transaction, both financially and creatively. He loves that people come to the show who wouldn't normally, for various reasons, come to concerts anymore. And he loves the direct connection that he gets between audience and artist. The Canadian musician Jane Siberry was really frustrated. She knew she had audience, but she couldn't get booked in certain places anymore. She put a note out to her email list. Hey, if you can get 30 people to pay $30 and you can give me a bed for the night and a meal, I'll come and play at your house. So now she travels with her guitar, her backing tracks on an iPod, and her dog, and she'll come and visit you and play a gig at your house when she's traveling around your country. The second benefit of house concerts is that it's easy. And because it's easy, it's fun. The third benefit is that it builds community. And I have been extremely fortunate in Berlin. Most of the experiences that I've had, many of the opportunities I've received, much of the help that I've been given, and most of my friends come as a benefit of having organised house concerts for 7 years. And the last one is shared intimacy. Now, how often do we make the chance to share something collectively with people that we don't know so well? This is a good example. A football team is a good example. A church, a choir. The kind of intimacy that you get at a sofa salon, at a house concert of your own, when you're all sitting quietly, focused together on the art of storytelling, is really like no other kind of concert that I've ever experienced. So, we come to the 5 questions that one must ask oneself if you would like to host a house concert of your own and support independent musicians. The first question is, do I have a suitable space? Now, as you've seen in previous photos, I started in my living room, which is about 20 square metres. I've done them in warehouses of 150 square metres. Space is generally not an issue. The general rule of thumb is 1 big step for everybody sitting on the floor on a cushion, much like today. The audience, how do I get people there? It's a house party. How would you normally invite people to house parties? Facebook? Word of mouth? How do I get them to pay? This is the question. You have to know your friendship circle well. You have to know what you think you can charge them, and this is how you do the math. The number of people I think I can fit in my house by the amount of money I think that they can pay equals the amount of money that I have to offer a musician. So if you can get 200 euros together or 300 euros together, then you've got enough money to attract a local emerging musician in your town. If you've got generous friends and you can get 800 euros together, then you can talk to a booking agent and they would be more than happy to take your phone call. How do you find a musician? I asked the internet, and in fact one of the people that will be playing today came directly from an internet search. You can talk to your friends, your family, your colleagues, go to a local festival or a singer-songwriter night. Do you have a summer street festival in your neighbourhood? all of these are places that you can find musicians. I'd also recommend Bandcamp because it's a great place for independent musicians. So, now that we've talked about the space, the audience, the musicians, and the money, the last question is, what kind of community do I want to build? My answer is a joyful community, a close community, a listening community, a peaceful community, where storytelling is given the respect that it deserves, financially and creatively. I'm going to do something a little different for a TED Talk right now. So, we have the opportunity to give you a taste of the joy of the house concert experience. So, sehr geehrte Damen und Herren, ein herzlich willkommen in Sofasalon Linz. Thank you. A friend of mine called Bernhard Edder in Vienna, who runs the Melodica Festival, was kind enough to give me a list of recommendations. At the top of the list, and the most natural choice for an event of this kind, aus Wien, the beautiful Lucia.
Is the mic on? Yes, it is. Hello, everyone. The song is called Blank. When I dance, then I dance with my beating heart, and it beats when I bounce. And then I see you, and I see you with your burning ego, and you're prowling around. If all that mattered, I would easily feel there's something hidden behind. But when I dance, then I dance with my beating heart, and really nothing else counts. You took me in, and I took you out. We turned the page, but it's blank on both sides. So shall we call it a pure random love? You took me in and I took you out, but we still call it a pure random love. As luck would have it, we're in this story. Shall we call it pure random love? You took me in and I took you out, but we still call it pure random love. As luck would have it, we're in this story. We're in this story. If I leave, then I leave with my beating heart, and I won't return. And then I see you, and I see you with your melting ego. Are you ever gonna learn? If all that mattered, I would never go without telling you why. But now I live and I leave with my beating heart. This is strong and not shy. You took me in and I took you out. We turned the page, but it's blank on both sides. So shall we call it a pure random love? You took me in and I took you out, but we still call it pure random love. As luck would have it, we're in this story. Shall we call it a pure random love? You took me in and I took you out, but we still call it a pure random love. As luck would have it, end of story. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you can find her music at the website Listen to Lena.
Hello.
Listen to Tina.com. Please go and look her up. She's amazing and she's one of yours. So, coming up next, the internet search I told you about. I was looking for Linz artists. Now, I know a lot of artists from all over the world, but I have not actually come across musicians from Linz. I did hours of searching on the internet, and I got on a thread through SoundCloud and kept clicking and clicking and clicking until I found something that really suited me, and I contacted her, and she said, "How did you find me?" Research skills. She started out with her sisters singing harmony and also playing on the streets. She's been on a tour recently through France and Switzerland, busking, and she's here with her sister Anna. This is Dorothea. Anna, they're called Trolli Truffel.
Oh yeah. Hello, hello. Micro working? Is it working? Micro working? Yes. Not interested in pounds, not interested in bands. I hold a big treasure trove of experience. Coins and cash and money's not lasting long. Love is in the air and this is making me strong. We're moving around the world. Home is just a name for the places we like. We are not fixing a place. We've got a pretty open mind and we need more space. I'm not meant to be rich, 'cause I'm searching for something else. I'm not meant to be rich, 'cause I'm searching for freedom. We don't have any pressure, we don't know what TikTok, because we're living after our biological clock. We've got an animus against future plans, so we're living with them, we are living by chance. We're moving around the world. Home is just a name for the places we like. We are not fixing a place, we've got a pretty open mind and we need more space. I'm not meant to be rich, 'cause I'm searching for something else. I'm not meant to be rich, 'cause I'm searching for freedom. We don't have any pressure, we don't know a TikTok, because we're living after our biological clock. We've got an animus against future plans, so we're living without them, we are living by chance. We're moving around the world. Home is just a name for the places we like. We are not fixed on the place, we've got a pretty open mind and we need more space. I'm not meant to be rich, 'cause I'm searching for something else. I'm not meant to be rich, 'cause I'm searching for freedom.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us at Sofa Salon Linz.